Hello, happy holidays, and welcome to the video. Quick update on Mabel. Her lean bulk is going very well. She's put on a lot of good weight. Her muscle definition is looking pretty good. See a couple abs popping out here. I think the diet is going really well. So yeah, she's gonna keep bench pressing every day, and hopefully we hit that 300 mark by the new year. Be free. So today is December 1st. We made it through Thanksgiving. Now we just gotta make it through New Year's. And if you're like most people, you might have gotten a little off track at Thanksgiving. Probably got stuffed on a little too much stuffing, probably had that extra glass of wine or 2 or 12. And you might have even missed some workouts. I mean, they canceled the Turkey Trot 10K. What were you supposed to do? And all of these compounding factors might have led to you feeling kind of poopy the next day. I mean, maybe a little hungover, glued to your couch watching the latest episode of The Mandalorian, browsing Black Friday deals, spending your hard-earned cash, letting that last little bit of motivation seep out of your body before we enter the real holiday season, and you just throw in the towel until 2021. And here's what gets the best of most people. It's that feeling that you went through Thanksgiving, you got off track. I'm gonna get off track again because the holidays are approaching, so why even get back on track? I mean, I screwed up once, I know I'm gonna screw up again, so screw it. If this planet is somehow still spinning after 2020, I'll just get back on track in 2021 with some elaborate New Year's resolution, probably consisting of a bunch of unsustainable habits that won't even last through January. I screwed up once, so screw it. But here's the thing. I don't think you screwed up. I think you just enjoyed yourself over Thanksgiving. And I think that you're going to enjoy yourself again at the next holiday meal, whatever that might be. Maybe it's Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever they celebrate in whatever part of the world you're watching this video in. You're just gonna enjoy yourself and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna eat a little bit more than you usually do, and you might move a little bit less than you normally do, and that's okay. But here's what I need you to realize. In between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day, there are 36 days. That's like a 10th of your year. Within those 36 days, I don't know how many holidays you plan to celebrate, but I can guarantee you that there are more normal days than there are holidays. There are more opportunities for you to get on track and build and sustain your healthy habits than there are for you to have these excuses to get off track because it's the holidays. The holidays are only a couple days, and I want you to enjoy the hell out of those couple days. I want you to make the most out of those holidays. I want you to realize that most of the holiday season is not holidays, and that you have ample opportunities to get and stay on track amidst everything going on. You can make it through the holiday season gracefully with happiness and health. You don't have to wait until next year to get your together. You can get your together right now. So here is my three-pronged approach to getting your together and keeping your together amidst the holiday season. Let's go. Set yourself a resolution. Maybe a 30-day challenge. What the new year brings to you will depend a great deal on what you bring to the new year. I'm totally on board with New Year's resolutions, but they often give people this excuse to just kind of say, F it until next year. But I just know that you're gonna be so much better off if you hit the ground running when next year actually gets here. Take that New Year's resolution. Maybe it's a fitness goal, maybe it's a food goal, maybe it has nothing to do with health and fitness, maybe it's a professional goal, a social goal, whatever it is. Take it and break it down into smaller actionable steps. Just start one of those steps now. Maybe break that step into a 30-day challenge that you can use to build some leverage to get yourself into that new year, because you have so much opportunity here in this last month of 2020 to really set yourself up for a successful 2021. You don't have to wait. So make it something that you can actually do. Maybe you want to run a marathon next year. Why not just run a half a mile every day the rest of this year? Maybe you want to start your own YouTube channel next year. Well, you could spend the next 30 days of this month just breaking out a camera and shooting some film every day just to get your hands dirty. And it's in this spirit that I'm getting my hands dirty myself, and that's actually why I'm making this video today. I'm putting myself into a bit of a 30-day challenge because I want to get better at making content faster. That's one of my big, vague goals for 2021. And I want to be more personable and more real and more ready to just turn on the camera and go. So for the next 30 days, that's what I'm doing. I don't have any scripts. I'm just turning on my camera and going. So if you have anything that you want me to riff on, if you have any ideas, if you have any questions, please write them in the comments below and I will try to answer as many questions as possible over the next 30 days. That's my next 30-day challenge. And now enough about me, let's get into the next tip. Don't strive for perfection, especially numerical. Perfection is the enemy of progress. And it's also the enemy of good enough. Good enough is plenty enough for the holiday season. Good enough is plenty enough to keep making progress and keep moving forward. Look, I have a couple of online coaching clients that are just getting a grip on understanding nutrition and getting confident about their relationship with food. And for me, one of the big first steps in understanding and conquering nutrition is just understanding how many meals and snacks you eat each day. Just getting a grip on how and when and why you're eating is a huge part in the process of mastering your nutrition. So for these select few people, I've really recommended that they try out the 3 plates, 2 snacks rule, which is not my own. It's actually popularized by JORDAN SYATT, who I'm a huge fan of if you can't tell. So this 3 plates, 2 snacks rule is deceptively simple. Basically, it is exactly what it sounds like. Every day you get to eat 3 plates of food and 2 snacks. Now a plate's like just a normal size plate of food and snacks are like generally things that can fit in the palm of your hand. And if you want to read more about this rule, I'll put a link in the description. But at the end of the day, all of your food goes onto a plate, all of your snacks fit into the palm of your hand. But the hard thing about this rule is really developing the self-discipline to create a plate and not eat off of that plate until it's sitting on a table, you've got a glass of water beside you, you take a deep breath in, you look at that food, you say, this is what I'm about to eat, and now I'm eating and just being present with the food. I, like most people, have a horrible habit of I'm putting carrots on my plate. Inevitably, one of those carrots is going into my mouth while I'm plating it. And even though it's just a freaking carrot, I should have the self-discipline to not eat a carrot out of the bag as I'm putting it on my plate. Like I should be able to get my plate from the counter to the table without snacking on it. And take that philosophy with you into the holidays, because this is a rule that can be implemented into whatever size family gatherings or whatever kind of family meals you're having amidst the COVID holidays. So I mean, it's probably unlikely this year, but say you find yourself at a buffet dinner where you're just grabbing off the table and going. People have a really common tendency to fill up on one plate and not get everything and then go back and get another plate, and before the end of the night you've had 3 plates and you have no idea how much was on all of them. It's a better bet to just take 1 plate, fill it up as much as you can with as much of the good stuff as you really want, and call it a day. Granted, 9 out of 10 times you want the majority of that plate to be primarily plants and protein, cutting back on processed foods. If you remember the 3 Ps, increase protein, decrease processing, increase plants. So take that rule with you into most of the plates that you make in the 3 plates, 2 snacks rule. But every once in a while at a family gathering, a huge slice of cake can make up a decent portion of that plate, and that's totally fine. You didn't screw up. And so I'm gonna be trying out this rule for the entire month of December because I've developed a very numbers-based approach to nutrition, which is tried and true and I know works. Like I know that if I hit this number of calories and this number of protein and this amount of fats and carbs, that my body is going to change. I live by the numbers. But especially during the holidays, you can't always live by the numbers. You need to be okay with thinking on your feet and taking a more intuitive approach to eating. I'm gonna take a couple steps back and just focus on 3 plates and 2 snacks. Though I'm gonna turn it into 4 plates and 2 snacks because I still am on a lean bulk and I wanna be getting more frequent protein feedings in throughout the day. And that's a whole story for another day. So that's my plan as far as nutrition goes for the rest of 2020. Join me if you want to. Break out a calendar, write a big red X on every day that you actually follow the 3 plates, 2 snacks rule. And if you miss a day, if you ate food that wasn't on your plate, if you had an extra snack here or there, then you just don't get to write that red X on the calendar. And that's okay too. At the end of the month, you're just shooting for more red X's than blank spaces. You're allowed to have a couple blank spaces in a row. Just strive for those red X's. Try to follow the rule to your best ability. Try to prove to yourself that you can avoid mindlessly snacking. Or I know that when I'm reaching into the Tupperware plating leftover turkey from grandma's to-go Thanksgiving meal, I know that some of that turkey is coming right out of the Tupperware and into my mouth. It is not making it even onto the plate, on the counter, into the microwave, onto the table. That turkey's not making that whole transition. It's coming right out of the Tupperware into my mouth, and that's the kind of stuff that the 3 plates, 2 snacks rule fixes. Prove to yourself that you are the master of your own nutrition, that you do decide what goes into your body and you don't just mindlessly eat things as they come into your orbit throughout the day. Get down and be intentional about what you're consuming. So let me know in the comments if you're planning on joining in for 3 Plays 2 Snacks throughout December as well. And let's get into the next one. Avoid the comparison trap. Maybe delete Instagram. Compare yourself with who you were yesterday, not with who someone else is today. You can only compare yourself to yourself, and that is especially true during the holiday season. And especially around the holidays, it seems like there's a lot of posturing going on online, saying, look at how perfect my family is, and look at how perfect this situation is. And just like we said earlier, you can't strive for perfection. Giving into that comparison trap of social media is an easy way to just generally feel down on yourself. Just generally feeling down is a huge reason that people who get off track tend to stay off track, because it's associated with so much guilt, feelings of worthlessness, that you don't even deserve the opportunity to get back on track because you're not doing nearly as well as this random person who staged this photo to make their life look way better than it really is. And this feeling, this generally feeling like we are less than other people, actually does lower testosterone in your body. When you feel like you are less powerful than other people, testosterone lowers, confidence lowers, motivation to get better lowers. It's a vicious cycle where once you start feeling less, you feel less and less and less and less the whole way down. It's a trap. It's a feedback loop. So here's to cutting off that feedback loop and spending less time comparing ourselves to others. But for me, that means deleting Instagram off my phone. The main reason I use Instagram is to help people. I answer questions, I do a lot of DMs, I post helpful information in my stories, but I also do see other personal trainers out there doing a hell of a lot better than me, and sometimes it makes me feel a little less than I am. Yes, it does motivate me, yes, it does entertain me, yes, it does inform me, but I want to see what happens if I take a month to create some space between me and Instagram. So if you are an Instagram follower, if you have questions about health and fitness and you're used to getting a quick response from me, start writing them in the comments below of this YouTube video. Like I said earlier, I am trying to create a video every day this month answering as many questions as possible from viewers like you. And I just want to let you know that I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video and for all the support through all the changes that have been happening on this channel so far. It's been awesome. And I just want to reiterate that the rest of this month is a huge opportunity for you to get the ball rolling as we move into next year. You do not need to wait until 2021 to get started. Just to backtrack, I want you to take that 2021 resolution, break it down into something actionable that you can start today. Make it easy, make it actionable, set the bar a little bit lower, and don't be afraid to get back on track no matter what. You do not screw up until you totally give up. You are fine. So let me know what your resolution is, but more importantly, let me know what this 30-day challenge is. Let me know what the first 30 days of your next year look like, and you can check back in every day because I'll be posting a video every day. If I'm sticking to my 30-day challenge, you'll be able to find me here every day in the comments. So let's make the most out of 2020. Happy holidays. Cheers.